I think Paul Giamatti is starting to be typecast as this evil manager type character. You should probably do something about that. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is a very late review compared to when I would have normally gotten this out. Lots of things went crazy in my life for a few days, so that's why this is coming out now instead of last Friday. So apologies for the wait, but this is my review of Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton follows the musical group NWA. This is where we got great artists and now some actors, such as Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Eazy, just these names that are recognized within the music industry. And it helped to launch the musical careers of artists such as Snoop Dogg and Tupac into the phenomenons that they are today. And it's a very influential band, and it's a group that I didn't really know a lot about. I haven't really heard a lot of their songs. I've heard references and all these types of things, but I never really knew the story of them, which is why I really enjoy these types of biopics, because we are getting flooded with biopics. Maybe we did before, but since I've started to go to movies regularly, I have seen so many biopics of different groups, and it's really fun to see how these people, who I know very little about, came to be and learn a lot about them. One thing that this movie does really, really well, this is probably the best thing that it does, is it shows how terrible civil rights were for African American people in the 1980s. We see police brutality, just people being thrown against cop cars and searched for no reason other than the color of their skin, and just like suspicious, paranoid behavior. And it's very heartbreaking to see, because you see it from the side of the African American men who are in NWA who are being treated this way. It's a powerful thing to see, because in this day and age, yes, we still have police brutality and all these things that are issues in this present day society, but I don't think that they are quite at that level in most places in the country as they are shown in this film, which is good, and it shows that progress has been made. But it's really good to remember that these things did happen, and it shows it just fantastically, just how paranoid the police were during this time. The music is also kind of the main thing, which kind of drives this film as a biopic about a musical group. The music is really well done. Again, I haven't really been exposed to much of NWA's music before, so I don't really know a lot about their songs, but it all sounded really good to me. All the actors did a really nice job. O'Shea Jackson, who is Ice Cube's son, who plays his dad in the film, he does a really nice job in the film. Corey Hawkins plays Dr. Dre. He also does a very nice job, and you see these two kind of collaborate, and these are the two people, along with Eazy, played by Jason Mitchell. And these people kind of formed this group and started up along with a few other members. And that was kind of the part that I would have liked to see a little more of, is these other members who are not as well known, who were also part of the group, but weren't the kind of standout people as these three members of the group are. The chemistry between everyone is really, really good. We see them together, and then we eventually see them kind of split off, as happens with most biopics. This kind of happens with musical groups, apparently. Everyone tries to go solo, and we see how their careers take them and what happens after the events of NWA. It's a very long overview of these people's lives, because we see them essentially from the origin of the group to Eazy-E's death, and this not really a spoiler because he is dead at this point in time. But the movie goes from the origin of the group to Eazy-E's death, and then it shows the end credits. And the end credits I really did enjoy, because it shows actual footage of some of the concerts of the actors, kind of showing what they have done since the events shown in the film. So you see like Ice Cube and his movie career, you see Dr. Dre and his headphones, which got sold to Apple, and it's just kind of a cool thing. And it's a really cool way to do what I really enjoy about Pix doing, is showing, oh, what happened to all these people afterwards. And it was a nice way of doing it without just doing the normal like text, oh, Ice Cube went on to do this. The introduction of all these characters is also really cool, because instead of just showing all their names just kind of pop up one by one and then be done with it, every time the character is first shown on screen, it shows the actor's name and then who they are playing, so the audience can kind of figure out, okay, so this is this person, this is this person, this is this person, in case they aren't familiar with who these people are, what they're supposed to look like, and that way it's a little bit more easy for the audience. They do say each other's names quite a lot in this film, so it's kind of tough to get confused, but it just works really nicely. The film is 2.5-ish hours long, so it's quite a long film, but I was very surprised that I was never bored with this film. Everything that was put into it seemed essential to the overall plot, even when it started to get away from the NWA stuff and focusing more on solo stuff. It all seemed to fit into this larger scope of the story and of this film, and seeing where this group is going to eventually go. And I like that because it worked really well. It kept me engaged the whole time, which again surprised the hell out of me, because usually I'm checking my watch every 2 minutes by the time a film hits an hour and a half. Paul Giamatti, really quickly, also in this film, plays Jerry Heller. He is not the nicest person. He, like I said in the intro to this video, he is kind of becoming typecast as this manager who takes advantage of his clients. And you see this in Love and Mercy, which is a film I saw earlier in the summer, and now in this, and I think in another film or two that I've seen him play this type of character. And so he's very good at it. He's very good at portraying like this asshole who's trying to be very generic and genuine. But overall, Straight Outta Compton is a fantastic film. It is one of my favorite biopics that I've ever seen. It's very well done. It kept me entertained for the whole entire time. I was very interested to see where a lot of these characters would end up going, because again, I don't know a lot about these people outside of Ice Cube because I've seen his movies, and that's about it. And so I'm really curious to check out some of these songs in their natural form and just hear them and see how they sounded, because this is a group which made a huge impact on American culture and society, and it's part of the reason why we live in the world that we live in today, and it's a good thing that they existed. So those are my thoughts on Straight Outta Compton. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, for people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.